Now on Sunrise, new calls for immigration agents to leave the Rose City after a Border Patrol agent shoots 2 people. We take you to last night's protest and tell you what we've learned about the 2 people who were shot. Your news starts now. Well, good morning and thank you for getting up with us on this Saturday morning. I'm Thomas Schultz. We'll get to your headlines in just a few minutes, but first let's check in with Corey Johnson for that first look at your Saturday forecast. Corey?
Yeah, good morning, Thomas. I mean, it is a foggy start for us out there. I don't know if you noticed on your drive into work today like I did. It was really low in the way of visibility out there. But the good news is that fog set to lift over the next few hours. Our Rose City camera, a cloudy start to the morning, sitting at about 36 degrees currently. Our temperatures right now across many stretches, seeing a similar number, 36 in Salem, 32 right now in the Dalles. It looks like a little bit warmer at 40 in Kelso and 35 near the coast in Astoria. So getting you throughout the rest of the day, this is what you can expect to see: fog, cloud cover to start. And to be honest with you, that continues until we get to the early afternoon. Notice this system though off the coast. That is going to create some light rain late tonight for southwest Washington and the northern part of the coast. But for the most part across the valleys, we remain dry and mild. It's actually going to be a very nice Saturday on tap for us. This is our Oregon Zoo camera. If you do have maybe family in town or you want to hit the town today, do an outdoor activity, definitely get out the door. Grab a light jacket though, 38 degrees though if you want to head to the zoo. And then our Pioneer Park building camera, also another nice view for us this morning. Some people already walking around 36 degrees. Your temperatures throughout the rest of the day are going to be fairly comfortable and mild for January. Fog to start the morning, dry and cloudy the rest of the day. I do think we'll top out at about 48 degrees. And if you like today's forecast, you're going to love tomorrow. I'll break it all down coming up.
All right. Thank you, Corey. Well, this morning we're learning more about the 2 people shot and injured by a federal agent in Southeast Portland on Thursday. Kyla Boshi brings us up to speed from Southeast Portland.
So far, we haven't seen any video of the shooting or what led up to it. But earlier today, we did walk around the building and noticed a security camera pointed down at the parking lot, the scene of the shooting. Adventist Health confirms it received a subpoena from the FBI and turned over all relevant material. Investigators returned to the scene in Southeast Portland, where U.S. Border Patrol agent shot 2 people. Federal officials identified the shooting victims as Luis David Nico Mancada and Yorlenis Bezabeth Zambrano Contreras. Newly obtained video shows one of them injured following the shooting. So what happened? Shortly after 2 on Thursday afternoon, U.S. Border Patrol agents were conducting a targeted vehicle stop, according to Homeland Security. After officers identified themselves, the driver attempted to run over the law enforcement agents, according to Homeland Security. An agent fired a shot into the vehicle. The shooting unfolded in the parking lot of an Adventist Health primary care center.
There were so many people just sitting around, a lot of them in wheelchairs.
Patients like Leonore LeBeau were kept inside on lockdown.
To do something like that at a medical facility, that's as bad as doing it at a school, isn't it?
The driver, injured in the shooting, drove off to an apartment complex not far away, near Northeast 146th and East Burnside. Portland police responded after the man called 911 for help.
It looks like caller saying that he was shot twice by ICE and his wife was shot as well.
Who was shot? The Department of Homeland Security said Mancada and Zambrano Contreras had both entered the U.S. illegally from Venezuela, and federal authorities claim they have ties to the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua.
There is an association with the 2 folks yesterday and TDA.
A fact confirmed by Portland Police Chief Bob Day.
These 2 individuals are in stable condition. They are still hospitalized. They are in custody of the federal law enforcement.
And what has been the reaction? State and local leaders demanded transparency in the FBI-led investigation.
We know what the federal government says happened here. There was a time when we could take them at their word. That time is long past.
Protesters gathered outside Portland City Hall Thursday night, with additional demonstrations planned for the weekend, following the latest in a string of shootings in the U.S. by federal agents enforcing an immigration crackdown. The parking lot and medical office remain closed. At this point, no update from the FBI on the timeline for this investigation. Kyla Boshi, KGW News.
And last night, dozens of people gathered for a vigil near the shooting site, while others went to the ICE facility in South Portland to protest the Trump administration's policies and tactics. Alma McCarty has that story.
You know, it's a cold Friday night on short notice.
But that didn't stop community from coming together.
While we are heartbroken, we're not afraid.
Heartbroken over back-to-back shootings involving federal agents. The first in Minneapolis, a shock to the system.
And before I had a chance to breathe, they shot a husband and wife just down the street from where I live.
Something that River Scholl says she's dreaded for months, watching other scenes unfolding in other parts of the country.
I could just picture that with my neighbors, and it really upset me. And it's been escalating and escalating. And this isn't okay. This isn't how things should be.
East Portland Indivisible made their way down southeast Maine, setting up for a vigil near the site of Thursday's shooting.
God have mercy. We gather in grief.
Among the crowd, elected leaders from Portland City Council to Oregon's 3rd congressional district.
It's incredibly important at these hard times that we come together, that we lean in to our community.
Representative Maxine Dexter says she was just signing on to help introduce articles of impeachment against Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem when she got word of what happened in Southeast Portland.
And literally when the news came out just hours later, like the whole caucus was just, it could continue to be any one of our constituents. I think filing articles of impeachment, it's not likely that we'll get it passed, but in these moments we can't be cynical.
Demands for action extending Friday night to Portland's ICE facility as the crowd continued to grow.
Everyone's so isolated and everything's so scary. You can feel small, but together we're not small.
Portland police say they arrested one man for pushing a bike officer last night. To date, they say the total number of arrests related to ICE protest activity is 80. State Republicans are weighing in on the shooting too, and they're taking a very different stance than some of their Democratic colleagues. GOP House and Senate leaders issued a joint statement on Friday, summing up the situation as, quote, law enforcement attempting to remove dangerous gang members from our streets turned into a life-threatening situation. Senator Bruce Starr and Representative Lucetta Elmer added, it is deeply irresponsible for elected officials to immediately politicize an active investigation, delegitimize law enforcement, and inflame fear by suggesting federal agents are acting as some kind of secret police. We've also been getting new reaction from neighbors at the apartment complex where the suspects drove after they were shot. We've heard mixed reactions so far. Some people are upset, others fearful since this happened so close to home. One woman who says she knew the couple described them as friendly to our Blair Best.
How long have they lived here?
I would say like less than a year. Oh, I just know that they're pretty family oriented, you know, they big family and they just seem nice.
There's been reports that they were part of a gang.
I've never seen any gang activity, honestly. Like I said, they're pretty family oriented.
Once again, Portland's police chief confirmed the two people shot were suspected of having gang connections. We've got an update on a police shooting Tuesday in Albany. The Benton County Sheriff's Office says officers shot a man after he came outside with a knife. That person survived and is recovering. The Sheriff's Office says video evidence shows 27-year-old Dakota Lyon holding his younger brother Maverick at knife point at a home in North Albany. When officers responded, they say Maverick came out of the house first with a knife in his hand. Two officers fired shots when they say he came at them quickly. Maverick was taken to the hospital. His brother Dakota was arrested and has been charged with kidnapping and attempted assault.